Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager 2022 in our Ferrari career. As you can see, we're doing insanely better than Ferrari in real life. If that wasn't obvious, we're 50 points clear already. Wow. Alright, so yeah, obviously all the other teams aren't really even in our ballpark. It's just a Ferrari and Red Bull show right now. And we have lots to do this episode. First of all, it will be the Miami race, so this will be the first time that this race gets played in this universe. I know in real life we've already seen it, of course. I wonder if they'll put the fake water in as well. That'd be really funny. But yeah, let's see. There's lots of things to do, and first of all, actually, it's something I have forgotten to do so far. So thanks to the one attentive commenter that notified me of it. I didn't actually spend our development points. As you can see, we've gotten one so far for Charles. And I think we also have one for Carlos, I hope. But yeah, so thanks Speedy for telling me that I had those, because I completely forgot. Now, what are we actually going to spend it on? That is the question. Now, obviously, adaptability in defending is where Charles doesn't excel right now, to say the least. Everything else is really good in. It's just adaptability in defending that he's quite bad at. Adaptability I don't particularly care that much actually for, because, well, we did just do really well in a wet track, and how often do you actually have wet tracks, right? We've done 4 races now, only had one where it rained, so I think that's fine. Now, defending is quite important, as he's in first most often. He'll actually have to defend quite a lot, even just from his own teammate. And we could, of course, also go for some other things like smoothness. Will reduce tire wear, control to prevent racing incidents, accuracy, so that they don't lose as much time or take damage from running wide. All of these are pretty good, but I think defending is the way to go here. We just need to improve him slightly. So he's still at 88 from that. It's not like he shot up the rankings or anything. Carlos also has a point. Let's see, what do we put him on here? He's quite good at defending. For Carlos, it's more his reactions and his smoothness that suffered. Reactions, the ability to respond to events at high speeds. This allows the driver to accelerate faster out of corners and to pull away faster when the lights go out at the start of the race. That's pretty good. I feel like this is actually where Perez really suffers a lot. I'm wondering what his stats would be in this. Like, we've seen a few times now that he's, like, from a restart or something, that Russell, I think, just overtook him by like 3 seconds just because his reactions were so much worse. And he just didn't anticipate certain things, but yeah. And then there's also smoothness. I think we're gonna go with reactions, just to get his pace up a little bit. He's still at 87, so I don't think these changed. Even Antonio actually has a development point, so let's spend that too. He has a lot of things that need work, so I guess let's work on his defending as well. Alright, that is the points that we had. Do staff have points? They do, but we don't. Ooh, we do actually for Diego. You're really good. What do we work on here? Maybe cooling, because cooling has been a problem for us. That's probably a safe bet. There's engineers. You don't seem to have anything. No. Okay. Alright, let's watch the news and see what happened in the meanwhile. We got our tour center upgraded. That is the final level. Means we now get 33,000 per week, but we also pay 23,000 per month. That's still a really good deal. We have designed our rear wing, so we can now manufacture it. It should be a lot better, I think. And then there is the ATR period, which is ending soon in 1 week. So we need to use up all the CFD simulator and wind tunnel hours that we have here. All right. We have claimed the checkered flag, obviously, and then the board congratulates us. Okay, so nothing here is that interesting. So let's have a look first. Like, do we want to manufacture this rear wing? I would like to see what it does. So our car has been getting slightly worse, as you can see. With the current parts that we have, our competitors are actually ahead of us, but with this rear wing, we'll go back to first, basically, in everything. So Red Bull probably took us over on a lot of this. But then, as you can see, even on DRS top speed, car performance top speed, we were actually getting outclassed here. So that is really interesting. Obviously, this rear wing was a big upgrade. And it looks like our competitors did that as well. But I think we need this to be done ASAP. Because we need these. The Grand Prix is in 11 days. If we rush it, it only takes 4 days to complete. That's really good. This is only 6 days though. So we could make 3 just so we have a spare as well. And we don't even need to rush it because, yeah, we have 11 days. So that's actually perfect. All right, so let's make 3 of these bad boys and immediately fit them on the car once they're done. Now we also can design or start doing some research, I think, because we now finally have a slot open. I think we're still designing... Yeah, we're still designing a front wing. But this definitely shows, basically, looking at those stats, right? Like, even Mercedes and probably... who would be the other team? Maybe Alpine or something? But even they were going past us, apparently, on a lot of these stats. So it really shows you cannot stay still here. So I'm thinking, actually, whether we're going to work on research already or whether we're still going to try and keep our car as good as it can be. We could look into a underfloor testing session. This would use up everything we have. And it would do, like, it seems to increase the numbers by like a decent amount. That looks pretty good to me. We can't see the stats this time, but those are some pretty decent upgrades, I'd say, for some of it. A little bit lower G-force. Or higher, wait. No, higher, but I don't even know if that's G-force. I have no clue what that stands for, actually. These are all just numbers. I mean, KPH I get, but what's the G? I guess G-force? I don't know. Alright, but this seems pretty good. Some better dirty air cornering. I don't think we need another part right now. So let's work a little bit on research and just use up our hours. Not gonna touch these sliders too much. How long is this gonna take, actually? 75 days? That's too much, man. Oh, that's way too much. No, we can't do that. Cancel. Yeah, that's right now. Like, we're in a championship year. We cannot be doing that. Like, I get that that's gonna cost us next year, but we'll first have to upgrade some of our... Guess we'll have to upgrade... Let's have a look. The design center? Yeah, then we get 3 car part design slots, so that should also open one up for more research. So I feel like the factory actually so far doesn't really matter that much. Manufacturing car parts seems to go quite quick. It's more the design phase and the research that takes ages. So I feel like upgrading the design center is just way better than the factory. We do have 18 million, but I don't really want to... How long does this cost? 84 days. So if we're going to do it, we should do it now, probably. Maybe we just start doing that. Alright, now that leaves us with 7 million. So now we really should stop spending for a little while, I think, except obviously on car parts. But I think we're going to still develop some more parts then. Is there anything we don't have yet? Or that we haven't worked on yet, I mean. I guess a suspension. Because that's the one we got at the start. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what are we working on right now? A front wing. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna still work on a suspension, I think, because the one we currently have is the tutorial one, and that just wasn't that great. Let's use up all our hours that we can here. It's not a huge upgrade, is it? It really isn't. But I still think we're gonna do it just to finish up the hours, because if we don't, they're just gonna go to waste, right? So Not really in a hurry, though. Would be nice if it's sort of done by the time our week ends. So I think we do rushed, actually. Only 300k. And then we should be right around done as we finally free up some hours again. Yeah, our manufacturer slot is still open, so that's perfectly fine. We really don't need too much here. Let's have a look actually at our parts. Are they damaged in any way? Can they be damaged? Because we know these are... the gearbox. We should probably... could we fit a new one? It does suck, but we still have 3. It feels like it's too early, but we're already getting some... I think we're gonna try, just to also understand what these warnings give. So basically, at least Carlos's car, and it looks like also... Yeah, both cars have just a crappy gearbox. I don't even know, can we, like, get more of them? This is just the manufacturer. Okay, so we can order one for another 1 million, and probably we're also going to get grid penalties for that. So the engine seems to be fine. The ERS is doing fine too. It's just the gearbox that's really suffered. I'm going to try and keep them out for one more race, because right now it's only sort of a light warning. And then let's see what happens. Because, yeah, I guess it will be interesting to see at least. So both the underfloor and suspension stock is low. Particularly care for that. Is that bad? Wait, let's have a look. So underfloor and suspension on both F22-1. So underfloor, yeah, we're kind of fine. And suspension, well, the suspension, we have a lot of old ones too if needed, but maybe we start making one more underfloor and one more suspension just so we have one spare for each of our cars. That's probably a smart play. Let's make one more. Only 5 days. Let's make sure we have some additional capacity. Now we've also scouted you. Oh yeah, Bono, what's up? So what do we know about you now? You see your performance. So your pit crew management is pretty decent. Your communication is insanely good. And a pretty good feedback stat too. Oh, okay. So this is good for car setup during practice. Okay. What do you cost right now? So you have a salary of 2 million and your buyout fee is 1.6. If we compare that to, for example, Marcos. Yeah, for sure Marcos, because the other one is a little bit higher rated. So our feedback would improve, our communication would improve, and our pit crew management would also improve. So that seems like it's just a straight up upgrade in all matters. So it would be for car 1. We could do like... Okay, let's do like 3 seasons maybe. How much do you cost actually? I'm curious. Contract. Okay, so it would be a pretty big increase in wages here, but I mean, it's Bono, man. Come on, if you can get Bono, that's pretty cool, right? So let's see. Let's give him a slight pay increase. These race engineers earn so much money. Wow. We'll give him a 4 seasons for 1 car. We'll give him a starting bonus too. Why not, right? Let's give him like a cool 250. Let's see if he's let's see if he likes that. So we'll give him a slight pay increase. We'll give him a 4 season contract and a good starting bonus. Let's see if he's happy with that. It'll be cool, right? Okay, he likes it all. Contract accepted. All right. I know we just said we weren't going to spend money anymore, but come on, it's Bono. I feel like we have to do it. So we're paying 400 to Markel, so he doesn't have to be too upset. I'm sure he'll get hired again, and he's also getting a good cost to break contract fee. We pay the buyout fee to Mercedes, and we give him a neat little starting bonus, so that's 2 million down the drain. But look at that. Oh, that's kind of cursed, actually. Bono in a Formula 1 jersey. Oh, that's so weird. I love it. All right, so they have low affinity right now, but I'm sure with his great communication skills, that will go up quite quick. This is just too funny to me. We got Bono, man. Bono. My race engineer is gone. Oh, that's funny. All right. We got Bono. Cool. All right. Board confidence. Check in. Yeah, they're very, very happy with us. That's nice. Welcoming Bono. And we get a financial report. Are we doing all right now after I spend all that money? We're still earning like decent. We're still within the cost cap. So, but I do feel like we have to stop spending now on big stuff very soon. And we also need some good results here and earn some more money from these sponsorships, because I am spending a little bit too much, and I do fully recognize that. Don't worry. I think anyone who's watched my Motorsport Manager full playthrough knows that that I can be quite frugal, let's say. I think I did it for 7 seasons or so. I think we ended that series actually with way too much money in the bank. This time it does say actually that we're still in first. I wonder what changed there, but now we're gonna improve our top speed and our DRS speed. So let's fit our new rear wing. That's now done on both cars. Now we do not have anything in the warehouse, so if this breaks, we're pretty screwed. Maybe we ought to make a few more of these then. Oh, we're still doing that, I think, anyway. Okay, that's why it said it wasn't done yet. Fair enough. Okay, and then we have the monthly car development report. Yeah, we're just doing really good, I think. That's basically the gist of it. Yeah. All right. Dope. Perfect. ATR period starts today. That means we get all our hours back. That's really good. Just in time for when we're gonna start testing again. And maybe we'll also eventually start doing some research if we feel our car is strong enough to prepare for next season, but we'll see. All right, so now we get these poor condition. So the gearbox that we have installed in car 1 is in poor condition and is suffering reduced performance. Please consider replacing it soon to avoid it failing during a race. Just so that you're aware, there's a limit to how many copies of this car part we can use on each race during the season. If we exceed that limit, we'll face a grid penalty. It doesn't say how many. I'm pretty sure it's like after 3 you start getting penalties. Don't know where we can see that, to be honest. We see details? No. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't really tell us what. We have 2 spare engines, only 1 spare ERS, and 3 spare gearboxes. I don't know. I mean, it's not great, I'll admit that. But if we start using up too many now, we're gonna take so many penalties, but let's give Charles a new one already, and we'll test it. I don't want to say we're going to use him as a guinea pig, but we kind of are. We're going to test this out on science. Like, if his car immediately fails or something, we know that's not something we should be doing ever again. But we're going to leave this for now and just see. And maybe at some point that'll help him not get a penalty or something. So it's not like we're just making a horrible decision up front. We're just going to learn and try to figure out what this is going to do. So we just fitted these rear wings already. Now we have 1 spare still. That should be okay. We could make 1 more maybe. Just to have it, because it's a pretty good rear wing. Okay. And then we're gonna wait, because we don't have any research slots or design slots open, so that's fine. So we don't have anything to do right now. Underfloor is now also finished. I'm pretty sure that was just a spare. Yeah, those are just spares. That's fine. So those are already fitted. And then we come to race day. All right, Miami, what do you got for us? Let's go to race prep and first have a look at the circuit. As always, we get 8 softs, 3 mediums, 2 hards. Pretty warm weather, so the track abrasiveness isn't that high. Only 24 seconds for a pit lane stop instead of 25. 57 laps, and there is no lap record because we've never done this in real life. Well, in real life we've done it once, but in the game we've never done this before. So that also doesn't tell us much about safety cars. Compound performance. Softs here finally are quite a bit quicker, but they also of course drop off quite quick. 15 to 21. Eesh. I don't like that strategy actually, because it says hit between lap 22 and 28, but these mediums can only last competitively for about 21 laps. That doesn't seem very good. To then make them last all the way till 22 is a stretch, I'd say. Hards, meanwhile, can only go for like 26 laps or so. This doesn't seem like a one-stop to me, to be honest. Can we do soft, medium, medium? There isn't a huge gap between hards and mediums, actually, so maybe it's best to just go to hards. Because they'll drop off less quick. What if we do soft, hard, hard? I would go like 12 laps plus 25 twice. We could make that work. A bit awkward, but I think we could make it work. I don't like doing a 2-stop because it does leave you vulnerable, but I feel like this just isn't really doable. Because we'll do like what, like 18 laps plus, let's say we can do 20, right? 20 plus 25 is only 45, then we're still 10 short. Where are we gonna get 10 laps from? Alright, well, we're not sure down what we're gonna do yet, but that might be a 2-stopper, to be honest. As always, we're gonna get these. I think we can do fastest lap. And our qualifying streak. We'll also do position streak. I think we can do that as well. Oh, we can't choose that. Okay, we have both anyway. Fair enough. So I guess these we just do regardless. We don't actually have to sign up for them. Interesting. Alright, let's get to race weekend. We have hopefully the quickest car. We have our new race engineer. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with him. I'm sure it's going to take Bono some getting used to the team. But
we're in the state of year-round summer. Right. It's the Miami Grand Prix, and we're here in Florida at the Miami International Autodrome. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing, and the excitement is only just beginning. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs.
It's a little bit like Bono with her
nothing
glasses.
is certain at this stage. Stay right here, because we're just
imagine
started.
going over that cable car while the race is happening. They'd never allow that, but I'd pay good money for that. Alright, sponsors are all good, reports are all fine. Let's look here now, because this always has a bit of a different lifetime of laps than the race report. It says competitive performance, right? So you can still make these tires work for longer, it seems. Like 33 on the medium, 22 on the softs, and 46 on the hards. But it's just probably like they're gonna drop off so quick eventually that they're just not that competitive anymore. Still, if it allows us to do a one-stopper, I'm not opposed to it. Charles's gearbox is completely new, so that is fine. I think we're gonna just start testing on the softs as usual. Something like that. Alright, let's see if that does anything good. Let's do 15 laps. Just to get our full... Well, let's do a little bit more, because you're going to have Bono now. I don't want you to... I want to see if that... Because that might take some more time, actually, than to get a good... to get a good set of knowledge going. For you, 15 should be okay. Go a little bit softer, and... Get them a little bit like this, maybe. See what that does for us. Alright. And you're gonna be a little bit chill as well. We're gonna manage the first practice session.
Radio check.
I would much rather hear Bono right now, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all good here. Green light.
Green light. Bono, can you please say something? No? Alright. Let's watch then as Carlos comes out the gate for the Miami Grand Prix. As always, let's do one lap, just watching the track, seeing what it feels like, and then we'll go to go quick. Alright. Taking a bit of curb there even to start, but it's interesting. I despise, like, not despise is a harsh word, but like I get so anxious seeing these high barriers from a first person view, because I'm like, how do you not just crap your pants and shoot straight into the wall out of fear when you're going at it with 90 kilometers an hour at the lowest at them, you know, like 200, 300 kilometers an hour I think is much more normal. Like, that's crazy, right? Powertrain, yeah, it's not that great, but did I ever get the 300 on like a long straight or something? I've never really paid attention to that. Like watch how quick they're going even through like these little corners, you know? That's insane. All right, let's see. This must be one of the longest straights, right? Like, that's insanely long. Let's see, what do you get to? Oh yeah, he's easily exceeding 300. And like, I'm still telling him to ease off a little bit. And that was like 320. Sheesh. That must be so scary. Alright, and there we go. Take a little bit of curb, go past the pit lane, and cross the line. Alright, good. So, that's it. Let's go. Time 16 now, and let's just watch as we try and set some good times. Trying to get a little bit of knowledge going. Trying to also get some track knowledge. Must be hard for the drivers as well, since they've never really driven this track yet. Alright. Looks like feedback isn't that much worse for... Actually, it's still better for Charles than it is for Carlos. Even with getting a new race engineer. That is interesting. Alright, we're a little bit slower than Verstappen, but that's expected. We did tell them to ease up on the tires, so... Nothing too outrageous there.
Give us a balance check when you can. Balance check.
It's so good.
That's a good improvement.
It's so cursed.
Yeah, copy.
It's so cursed to have Bono on Ferrari, but I love it. I love it. Oh man. I know this episode for sure is going to be something like we got Bono or something. Like, it's so funny to me. I don't know why. Okay, so we did get... so let's actually call you in. I don't know why I didn't yet. There's no point in having you out while we know your setup already. And Carlos still, meanwhile, needs to do a little bit more as usual, actually. Like, I guess he just has a worse feedback stat.
The car is okay.
Also pretty good. Alright.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Alright, so that's not a like really great review, but it's not the worst either. So we have 2 bads and 3 greats, so we do know where to be for a lot of this. The problem is how are we going to get it back to where it was on the ones that need to move a lot. Okay, wait. What if we do like this? Oh, that's so cursed. So hard to get these to a proper... I don't know, maybe I'm too stupid for this, but I need that one to go that way for sure. But like how to get everything else back. Okay, this is doing a pretty good job at that. Now the problem is the oversteer. How are we gonna get the oversteer back to where it was? This is like the best I'm gonna get it at, I feel. But you definitely need to go a little bit to the left, right? To go from great to like perfect, I assume. You definitely need to go to the left. You need to go to the right. You're fine there. This is gonna be a little bit worse off, but I think that's fine. All right, so let's use another set of time. Oh, sorry. Please come in. And let's watch you then. We'll give you a fresh set as well. You're pretty good. It's just the oversteer that's just not that great. I think this moves it the most. So let's choose left, I guess. Since the straights are just insanely bad. Get you back to where you were somehow. That doesn't seem really feasible. Because you kind of need to be like around where you were already. And for all of you, you can be slightly off. But now the main thing is the traction. That definitely needs to go back. So traction gets... It's just annoying that all of these affect everything. And I don't know, some of them do more than others, but like... Geez. Okay, well, let's try this. At least this is a little bit off now, and these are... Hopefully this one went to the correct side. Let's just see. Alright, let's send them out again. And see what happens. We're definitely gonna, I think, simulate. As soon as we find a good setup, we're just gonna simulate through some of these practice sessions, because otherwise it just takes so long. And like, what are we doing right now, right? Like, we're just watching names fly by on the screen. It doesn't really do much, right? So I've said it before many episodes already, I think, but like, what's the point of having this capped at times 16, right? Like, why not times 32? Maybe that's something a mod could fix easily. I feel like it should. I'm not even sure there's gonna be mod support, but if there is, then this would be the first one I'm installing, because like, I don't mind doing all this practicing. It's just like, what are we doing right now, right? Getting some pretty good knowledge here. But very curious to see how this gearbox is gonna hold up. It's already going down even more. I think it was at 39% before. Now it's at 35.
Got a car stopped on track.
Oh, competitor has crashed. Who is that? Wait, is that us?
It's the crash.
Oh no, it looks like Alba. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what the hell just happened.
Williams here.
Bono. Oh, okay.
Thank goodness nobody else was involved.
I mean, that
was a big crash.
No, no, it wasn't.
The team are devastated.
That looked completely fine. I mean, he just couldn't brake in time or something like that, or he just locked up, and like, that was not a big crash. All right, that's a little bit much there. Okay, we've seen some bigger crashes already in this game. That was definitely not it. So we're quite off the pace here, actually, from Verstappen. Setup confidence, great. Okay, that's perfect.
Yes, guys. Let's keep working with our release with good progress.
Nice.
Copy.
Copy. All right, let's bring you in then again.
So that's Tsunoda.
Another crash. Okay, that's probably going to be bad for Sainz getting his feet back in, but...
We've just had a crash on the track.
Alright, let's have a look.
At the
this
replay.
actually did a virtual safety car, so it should be a little bit worse.
Driver involved.
Let's see an overhead. Oh.
Clearly, something went
barely managed to stop there. That was either Norris or Ricardo. The city car, so yeah, I don't really care. I just want to get the... Can you stop making me stop? Still just good. That's not really what we're looking for, but fine, I suppose. All right, now we're just gonna wait it out. I'm not gonna have them go out again for 10 minutes.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
What's
happening?
happening?
Take a look now. Okay, So there we have the Alpine.
Yeah. What did you do, Ocon? That's the same spot. He's gonna... Yeah, he did the exact same thing. I did notice that before. It seems like they just have like a few camera angles. Wow, 81%. That's really good. Let's send you out on the same tire, actually. Let's just do a little bit more to get some knowledge going. I know I said, like, I'm not gonna send them out, but... Why can't I... Yeah, that's just too many laps. 4 laps, that's a little bit too little. Let's do like 8. Same for you. You're still not that great. That's actually pretty bad. So you're on optimal somehow. I don't know how that happened. Let's try something like this. I don't know. This is really cursed. Trying to get this back to like where it's supposed to be. These are horrible, all of these, but let's see, maybe this works. I don't know. Alright, run plan gonna be a little bit less. Do also 8 laps, alright. And map. Okay, so lots of crashes already. I guess that makes sense. It is a new track and the barriers don't make that easier. If you turn too wide or something, that basically just spells disaster. Powertrain... Still at 35%, so not really getting that much worse apparently. Tell them to like avoid curbs and drive in clean air. Maybe that does something.
Yeah, very poor grip. I don't know why.
Because you're on like 20 lap old tires, my dude.
Understood. How are the tires?
They're fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Oh, so that was the end of P1. I think that's probably gonna be the last practice session of the race weekend for us. Leclerc got insanely good performance bonuses, whereas Carlos only got 4. That is interesting. Okay. Looks like we might even get some rain. Okay. So I think probably just gonna set them out with some softs again. Again, gonna tell him to ease off a little bit. Not gonna change the setup. 81% is good enough for me. Yeah, let's do another set of softs for now. Let's try that out because we didn't fully test it yet. And yeah, okay, that's good. Good practice, and we'll simulate this one. Hopefully that doesn't use up too much of our tires, but you never know with the AI. Maybe we'll end up using one more medium too. We're super close there to Verstappen. Okay, that's a little bit better now. And we also got a pretty decent setup confidence on Carlos, so 70% is not too bad.
Another day of Formula One action, where practice wraps up and qualifying unfolds.
Great.
By the end of the day, we'll know who's leading at the front, who's packing out the midfield, and who's bringing up the rear. All 20 drivers competing will be pushing their cars to the limit, pushing
big
themselves to the limit too. But if they can push beyond those limits, well, the very best find themselves mounting a challenge for the championship.
Oh,
So get yourselves
hope
comfortable.
So.
It's going to be quite
I
the
love
ride.
this, man. This fake marina, it's so funny. I love that they left that in. All right. How much did we use? Only 1, but also a set of mediums. I really don't want them to use up another set of mediums. Though the hearts were actually better, I feel. I'm just gonna... We're gonna simulate it. I don't know. I hope they just don't use up too much. Let's use up a little bit more of this soft since we're going to anyway. Hopefully they'll use less of... the other tire. Oh, don't push too hard. Let's do like that. And for you. And this is fine. Setup is also fine. But let's simulate the session. I quite like this setup of like we do P1 and then P2 and 3 we just skip it. And then we of course do qualifying. Alright, so pretty good. Good performance bonuses. Pretty good setup, especially for Charles. Good part knowledge and very good track acclimatization. Perfect. What did we use up? 1 hard, that's fine. And we still have 4 softs in total. Good. Okay, so that went about as good as we were hoping it would. Flying lap. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so we're actually gonna do qualifying because I know otherwise they start abusing too many of our softs and I don't want that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, all good.
Green light.
I think we're just gonna do 1 lap quick immediately. And then probably stay in, to be honest. I don't think we need to do too much here. We'll just keep it on automatic. That's fine for now. For Q1, I don't really care too much. I think we should do fine here, even with low track grip and low track rubber. Tires are severely overheating, that's fine. I think we should still set like a decent pace. Looks fine. Yeah, tires are overheating, that's completely normal. So at least we're 2 seconds ahead of the Aston Martins. Let's have a look. I don't think we're gonna do too much here. Maybe we'll send them out again on the same set of tires. See if we can improve. I don't think so normally, but especially with this amount of traffic that's here right now. Traffic might go down a little bit here near the end. Everyone having done a run, I think we're gonna send them out again now, just on the same tire. I don't think this should... Oh. What happened? Alright, yeah, same, and that's okay. Alright, so let's send them out. I think that's perfectly fine. We have a really fine setup in terms of time. Hamilton right now is in danger of dropping out, actually. What's happening there? Sainz had to fight through some traffic. That's annoying, but Leclerc seems clear. Well, let's see. Don't think we improved, but they were old tires as well, so that doesn't matter too much. And now we're holding up a lot of people, which is just funny. Hamilton did not improve. Ouch. That's a Q1 exit. Ouch, ouch, ouch. He finished below the Aston Martins. Wow. Oh, is it because we took Bono? He probably doesn't have a good race engineer. Oh, I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Lewis. We took Bono and now we can't race anymore. Oh no. Oh, that's really messed up. I'm sorry, Lewis. That would be a good way to mess up your competitors during a title fight. Like, you could just take their race engineer and run off. And they would do horrible. Like, he didn't even get out of Q1. That's kind of funny. But also pretty sad. Alright. Track grip is now high. I think we're just going to immediately send them out again. Let's just go while traffic is low. Because I do notice the AI doesn't always get out of the way when they should, like in real life, of course. So let's get out before most people go. Okay, only Schumacher is going to be a bit annoying here for us. Yeah, right. So like Sainz got stuck behind Schumacher and that cost him 1.5 seconds or so, probably. That's insanely bad. That's just really, really bad. So Leclerc is fine. We don't need to send him out anymore. But I do think we're going to need to send Sainz out again. So annoying. I think we're gonna send him out as part of the pack just so we are sure he doesn't get into traffic. So let's make sure he's ready. We'll send him on the same set of tires. That shouldn't matter so much. And we'll go a bit slow and see as soon as the first person goes out, we'll just make ourselves part of that little conga line. Leclerc isn't gonna come out anymore. Okay, now is when the train goes. That means that's also when we go. Let's see now what that does. Because he does need to set a better time right now. He's in the danger of falling off. And Yeah, that was a much better lap. So yeah, that like traffic really matters, and normally it shouldn't that much. Obviously in real life traffic can also hamper you a little, but it's when another driver makes a mistake. But in this game so far, it seems a little bit more like it's not just a mistake, it's just like the standard, which isn't ideal, I'd say. We're gonna take a fresh pair of softs and just get ready. I'm gonna manage them. Let's see. I think we're just gonna go out immediately. Huh, this time we didn't actually hear Bono. Where are you, Bono? He's upset with us because we messed up Lewis. He doesn't want to talk to us anymore. Okay, so we're kind of part of the first conga line, and then Perez is gonna hold us up. Oh, that's annoying. Let's see what that did. Yeah, see, that's... Again, like this time Leclerc got the short end of the stick, and Russell as well. Sainz at least set a good lap, but that means we're just gonna have to do the conga line again. We could go out before the conga line as well, but I feel like the conga line is just the safer bet. Let's use the last set of fresh softs just to be sure. That's what we saved it for anyway. And I feel like we're either not gonna use it or just use it for like 10 laps or so. Okay, everyone is going. So let's also go. Leclerc there has a really nice wide open gap. Sainz is a little bit more stuck, but it's okay. We're kind of giving Perez a pull, maybe. That's not great. Okay.
We've had
competitor crash. Ooh. Who was that? Not one of us, I assume. So we did get P1 with Leclerc and P3 with Sainz. That's pretty good.
I think that was a crash.
Oh,
Here's
Norris.
the replay. Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
Yeah. We're at the end of the straight, and he just... Oh, he locks up.
There's
Oh!
the crash.
Like, that visual didn't really... It's a bit junky. That didn't really do it justice, but that was high speed going into that wall. Ouch. He might have a... like, he might have some trouble with that. Not sure if he's going to be able to start. But let's see. He was a 9.
It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
These past few days, Ferrari have been absolutely thrilling their fans.
Yeah.
Now let's see if they can make the Tifosi proud by capitalizing on that grid position.
Okay.
This weekend, Red Bull...
We've heard the same story a few times now, so I'm gonna just go over it for once. Okay, so far we're doing really great on our sponsor targets. We just need to make sure we do well on this too. But that should be a lot of money. As far as strategy goes, we're now gonna have to make a decision. So if we try and do a one stop, I feel like this is really risky, but we have been really good at making sure our tires don't go too old, and I hate the idea of doing a 2-stop. I feel like that's just too costly, even for how quick we'd be. So I think we're gonna try, but instead of hitting like there, I think we're gonna try and go longer on the hards. Unless we feel we can do more, of course, but I think we're gonna do something like this. And if we were to do yeah, okay, so that should be definitely possible. All right, so we're definitely not gonna be able to push too hard on these tires, but I would love to try and do a one stop. If we can't, it's fine. We'll try and do for him it's gonna be even harder because you have the bad smoothness trait, but I feel like it's better than doing a 2-stop, to be honest. So we're gonna have to push a little bit harder on the engine, maybe. We could underfuel a little bit just so we have less weight, but I think I'm fine with this. So let's try this. Especially for Carlos, this might not be the best strategy, but
The drivers have now
I
taken
forgot to
position on the
push
grid.
them at the start.
And it's
That's not
looking
good.
like a cloudy day.
Oh, there was not going to be any rain according to
One
the
of the
report.
newest races in F1.
Okay, so let's
and
see.
hopefully one of the most exciting too. It's the Miami Grand Prix.
That wasn't a great
Lights
start.
out,
Let's stop.
and away
I
we
gotta
go.
tell them to do better. Go attack, go push. I forgot to turn all of that on. You're supposed to do it before the race, you dummy. Alright, let's hope that still did something. And let's watch the race now. Yeah, that was a horrible start for... No, pretty good actually. We're toe and toe with the Red Bull. And we actually get past him. Nice. Okay, so that was a good start for us. I thought it would be worse, but Actually passed the Red Bull immediately. Max Verstappen didn't get a great start there. And it looks like Leclerc is also out in pretty decent. But now we do have to stop pushing this tire though. We cannot be pushing it this hard. I don't mind using up more fuel, that's fine. And even a little bit of ERS to try and get some distance. Especially with Charles. Let's not use sciences. He should be able to use some slipstream shenanigans. But let's push a little bit more with Charles. And we're already almost a second clear for Verstappen. That would be great. Let's see if we can keep that. And we're about halfway through the lap. So far going pretty swimmingly. Now this is where you should really start using a lot of ERS here. Alright, let's stop doing that now, because I don't want to keep it much lower than 70%. Yeah, that got us a lot of time there. That's great. Alright, so Leclerc doing pretty well. Carlos doing pretty well. Still fine pushing that engine a little bit more. And let's start going a little bit quicker here. We're a second outside of Sainz's range, but not out of Verstappen. That's a problem, actually. So I think we're going to have to also use a bit of our ERS here for Sainz and try and get out of that 1 second range.
DRS has been enabled.
Before that happened, basically. Before DRS enabled. Really want to be outside of DRS range here from Verstappen, but should have done that a little bit earlier, I think. We are now. Okay, great. Sainz is in range. That means we're going to have to tell him to not fight. Otherwise, they're going to do this little trick again where, like, they constantly fight each other. And that actually costs us time and makes Verstappen catch up. So I'm going to tell him not to fight his teammate. Charles has enough pace right now, so we don't need to tell him to not do that. And
was a very good lap. Well done.
Let's stick with Leclerc. Let's use his ERS. And let's start saving some fuel now. We're about 2 seconds clear of Verstappen, so that's fine.
Okay.
And let's start going a little bit quicker. That should be good. Yeah, okay. So we're almost 3 seconds clear. We're using our DRS well, so kind of just having Carlos go with him. And I think I'm definitely right about this. Like, as long as we're sticking with someone and using DRS, we save a lot of fuel per lap, which is pretty nice. That means we can use it more later on, so that's not too bad. I feel like this is a pretty good strategy. It's not an easy one to pull off with having a driver like be 0.3 seconds behind you, but I would much rather do this than have our drivers constantly swap positions and fight each other, but then, you know, in the end Verstappen just takes it back from us. That doesn't seem smart. So let's see, is there people fighting? I would love to see some actual fights going on. So let's watch Alonso here. I would love to see some... Let's see if he can overtake, because he does have DRS right now. Can he overtake Russell? Let's watch some other competitors also go at it for once. This is the long straight. A little bit of a bumpy straight. That must not have been nice during porpoising times. Ooh, tried to have a little look there, but didn't manage to really capitalize on it. And the gap slightly widening now. Meanwhile, the Williamses are just doing Williams things. Oh, trying to go on the inside. Oh, Russell covers that up nicely. And he is getting so close, though. You do have that feeling that he's going to make the move at some point. But they might just swap back and forth on DRS if that happens. The Mercedes does seem quick enough to hold off for a little bit, but like one good straight here with some DRS should help Alonso get past. Because he's so close. There's going to be a nice long straight here as well. I'm assuming DRS will open here too. Let's see what that does. There you go. Oh, he's trying on the outside. No. Russell covered it off nicely again, I think. Ooh. Yeah. No. On the inside. This is some proper wheel-to-wheel shenanigans. No, didn't manage to make it stick. Is Russell on the hards? He is. Okay, that is interesting. So far our tires are holding out, but I think I'm gonna put them to light. Don't worry, I've been looking at this counter. It's
Yeah,
still good. 4 seconds is perfect, so we don't need to do much there. Bono, why aren't you talking anymore? He's actually upset with us. He doesn't want to talk. I prefer not to speak. Yeah, 4 seconds for now is more than fine. Let's start conserving these tires if we can, and if need be, we can always bring it back. Meanwhile, Alonso. Oh, he's so close. He needs to make this move happen since he's on the mediums. Like, he's supposed to be quicker right now. At some point, Russell is going to get him back. Even if he does go by, probably, but he can't even make the move work right now. I think that's enough for a little bit. We'll keep an eye on him. I'm curious. Doesn't seem like he's... Yeah, he keeps getting close, but Russell is just a really good defender. We've seen that in real life as well, so it's just too hard for him to get by. Not that Alonso is a bad attacker, but... Oh, he got by there for 1 millisecond. Yeah, they're definitely swapping a little bit now. Oh, he got outside of DRS. That must have been a little mistake or something. In terms of strategy, what are we doing right now? We still need to go a while, but our tires are holding out rather nicely, especially now that we're conserving. Max is slowly getting a bit closer. Question is, do we get Carlos by? He has that extra, like, fuel. I feel like we might, actually. So we stopped telling him to fight his teammate. Now we'll actually tell Leclerc to let him by. And maybe we can do the exact reserve. Yeah, there you go. He immediately went by him. Pit window has just been entered. Oh, the problem with that actually is that now Leclerc doesn't have DRS. Okay, I don't know if that was such a smart idea. But now we can use Carlos's leftover fuel to really start pumping out some fuel. And I don't want him to have too much fuel there near the end because it's going to make his car heavier. So he does need to start using up that fuel. Problem is, Verstappen is now getting close. So we're going to have to go normal on these tires for Leclerc. If we can get close with Leclerc, then...
That is fastest lap.
Nice, okay, so Leclerc's getting quicker. And he's also... Yeah, now we're back in range. Oh, now we can turn that off. And let's see if we can now start using up some of that
Increase
fuel.
lift and coast.
Bono is back. Alright, that's nice. So now we can do the exact reverse, and we use this little train. This seems like a really strong tactic, actually. This isn't really realistic, because no team would be able to do this, I feel. Okay, this is the optimal pit stop lap. I think we're going to stay out a little bit longer. These tires are not dead enough yet. This would be really hard to do for any team, I feel, to stay within like 0.3 seconds consistently, not make any mistakes, don't crash each other out, play together perfect, like drive together perfectly, basically. This would probably not happen so often, but in the game it seems like a really good strategy. Verstappen just now went into the pits. I don't want to get undercut, but I think we're gonna have Sainz come in. Yeah, that seems smartest. Gonna put you on some fresh hards. Yeah, there's definitely not a big chance of rain, so that's fine. And we're gonna box. Okay, so they did a double star. No, Perez stayed out. That makes more sense. Now I do want Leclerc to start really pushing as hard as he can. But not right now. He's gonna need to push on the next lap. Because he's right now anyway behind Sainz, so that's fine. Let's for now still conserve, and then we're gonna push as hard as we can.
On the track.
You can definitely push as hard as you can. Ooh, wait.
Let's
Is that
take
a safety car?
Look. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly.
Oh, see, they're trying to do the strategy. Oh,
Goodness me,
what
that
happened?
is a serious
They
collision.
both crashed from that? Oh, that's just like real life, dude. Yuki and Gasly also crashed each other out there. It's just a yellow flag, though. It looks like... Oh, we're watching Alonso pit, apparently. And Yuki got a penalty for that, so it seems like it was his fault. Okay, but no safety car, so that doesn't really change anything. So we're pushing Sainz as hard as he can right now, which is fine. We don't want to get undercut here, but I think we should be okay. We had quite a gap So as long as... And we should be setting some good lap times right now. But let's see. So we're still pitting Sainz. We're keeping Leclerc open for a little while longer. So he's at danger of an undercut, maybe. But... should be okay. Alright, so Sainz coming in. Let's watch actually the pit happen. Meanwhile, Leclerc now has to start absolutely giving it all he's got. We need some really good lap times from him. Curious about Sainz's pit stop. I just want to see it. Alright, our crew is ready. Put the hards on. There we go. Pretty good. 2.7. Not bad at all. We'll take that. This is a little bit of a cursed view there. With staring at a man's bottom. Alright, we're gonna pit you now. This should be easy peasy, to be honest, for Charles. We definitely made the first stint last a lot longer.
Perez in the pit lane.
Than we thought. So that's okay.
Pick up a box.
Copy box.
Alright, what do we do now? We don't need to push you so hard anymore. That's definitely not the smart play. We can definitely push your engine a little bit. That's okay. Charles is now getting near. So how do we get out? We did get out about 4 seconds ahead of Verstappen. So the undercut didn't really work for them. We even got out ahead of Russell. That's really good. We don't even have to fight our way through competitors right now. So far this powertrain seems to be... Our gearbox is sort of holding. The engine is now also starting to break down a little bit. That's not ideal. Alright, yeah, we're still just pushing you as much as we can. I think he should be fine. He's probably gonna get overtaken by Sainz here, I'm assuming. Nope. Okay, so 2.66, really good. I think now we just go regular racing mode. I don't like telling these guys constantly not to drive. We have a 5-second gap to Perez. If need be, we can always use team orders again. But I think now we just go regular. Don't use all your deploy anymore. And now it just becomes about the drivers. There is going to be DRS, so they're probably going to fight a little bit. That I don't like. Especially with a 4-second gap.
It was a very good lap.
I don't know. Maybe we do tell him not to fight actually here. Let's fight. Because if he does, it's just gonna be... It's just a danger, right? Like that we don't want with Verstappen. Then again, it might be a bit boring if we always just tell them not to fight. So actually, just fight. I'm gonna let the clown Ferrari genes overtake me a little bit, and I'm not gonna tell them to do anything they don't want. Yeah, they're fighting. They're definitely fighting. Let's see them. Curious. Oh. Seems to be quite a bit behind. Yeah, it's just one of the Williamses that was holding us up for a little bit here. He's definitely having a look, but it's not working too well for him just yet. Yeah, this is okay. I mean, we are still actually extending the gap, so I don't mind this too much. Let's let them fight. I don't want to, let's say, decide the title fight between our two drivers, because they are right now in a title fight. And I don't want to decide that by doing team orders. I also don't think it's very realistic that they would actually follow team orders. If I told Carlos, like, don't attack Leclerc, who's like 0.2 seconds ahead of you, I don't think he would listen. So let's not do that. But we do need to keep an eye on Verstappen. Like, we're not gonna let him get too close here, just because our drivers want to fight, obviously. But it seems to go fine right now. If we're looking at... Yeah, this is fine. I don't think our tires are gonna be too much of an issue here, hopefully. We still have a lot of ERS as well, if need be. And we have more than enough fuel. Multiple cars crashed. That wasn't us, because we can still move. Or see our guys move. We're gonna get a safety car, actually. Ooh. Okay. This is the first safety car that we've had. Let's first see what caused it. Ooh, this is tricky now. Very tricky.
Who's that just crashed? Let's have a look.
Looks like it was...
Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Oh, it's the 2 McLarens. That's 4 wide. Okay. Oh,
And
that
there's
was
the
a heavy
hit,
one.
And it's crystal clear who was in the wrong there.
Oh, that was heavy. All right.
We've had a big crash here.
Yeah.
Copy.
Can tell. Okay, so now our true genes are gonna be coming out. So what are we doing here?
Copy.
Because we can't extend, like obviously we can't do much. So I think first of all what we do is just start conserving here, because we don't need to be using up any of our resources right now, as we have to stay within a certain pace
And think about
regardless.
increasing lift and coast just a little.
Copy.
Now we're gonna need to choose soon if we're gonna come in for the pits. Yeah, I know, it's fully charged, that's fine. Obviously we can't do much anyway with it. I think we'll just put it back then.
Lift off.
Copy.
Alright, we're gonna need to make a choice now soon. Now the problem is with our guys so close to each other, if we decide to pit, only one of our guys can pit. We cannot pit them both, the double stack won't work. We also don't get to see whether Verstappen will pit or not. If we pit right now, I think we lose only position to Verstappen, probably not to Perez, which is pretty good. But is it worth it? I mean, our parts are still really fresh. We have... Where's the lap numbers? We have like 18 laps to go. I mean, our heart should be fine, to be honest. We could come into pit. I don't like giving up track position to Verstappen, but fresh tires might do the trick for us. They should be quicker and they should definitely last till the end of the race. I think we're gonna try and cover off one of them. So we're not gonna pit with Charles, and we're gonna pit with Sainz, I think. And let's see if we can cover off any shenanigans. Because either way we're gonna be behind. Verstappen is gonna be right behind us. I'd rather fight him with some fresh tires then. The mediums did seem pretty fast, so we're gonna bring in Sainz.
And box.
Yeah, copy the box.
I messed up. I messed up really bad. Okay. Well, never mind. We're not boxing anymore. We're canceling the pit. I missed the pit. I missed the pit window. I missed the straight. Look at me. I'm a true Ferrari engineer now. All right, so we're just gonna set everything again to conserve and harvest, even if it does go fully full. Obviously, we're just gonna line up now behind the safety car. Doesn't seem like anyone else is pitting either, luckily. So that at least saves us a little bit. I definitely wanted to pit there with one of our guys just to cover us off a little bit more easy, but yeah, that apparently that pit straight is a lot earlier than I thought. That's stupid. All right. Well, luckily our tires should stay really fresh now because of all this, so that's good.
So
Okay,
safety
car is going to end on this lap. That's perfect.
Yeah, copy.
So we don't want to go too quick, and we definitely want to make sure that we put everything back to red as soon as it ends. Okay, so let's deploy, push, attack, push, deploy. All right, everyone is ready. Let's get that restart going. Right on time, looks like. And obviously with DRS, this is going to be an absolute mayhem now. So let's actually watch Verstappen as he now tries to challenge us. And not on times 2, please, because this is going to make me barf in my mouth. That is way too quick. Alright, so we seem to be again gaining some distance, luckily. That safety car was not good for us, especially after I messed up the pit. But it seems to me like for now this isn't going to cost us too much just yet. And luckily, thanks to that safety car, our tire now should last till the end of the race quite easily, which is important, of course. We are outside of the DRS range already again. I do think it's important to tell our guys this time not to fight, because our competitors are so close right now. And then we stop doing this, I'd say. Let's stop using up all our resources here and go neutral. I think we should be fine here. Russell now comes in with a bit. That's thanks, Bono.
Copy.
They're not in sync yet. You should be happier if Bono talks to you like that. You should be happier, alright, buddy. Ooh, Sainz is outside of DRS. Let's push him a little bit. Would be nice if you could stay close to Leclerc, if possible. Push him just a tiny bit. Just stay away from Verstappen and get closer to Leclerc. DRS has been enabled. That doesn't do anything against us for now, luckily. Let's push a little bit here. There you go. So we're now comfortably outside of DRS range.
We've had a car run wide.
Still running wide. And you can now definitely chill on your tires and on your fuel. Alright, so we're looking pretty good here. If we make this gap big enough, I'll let them fight. Like I said, I don't want to be too greedy here, and I don't know what would be fair to them, to be honest. Both of them have driven well this race. I think we're gonna give them a few more laps.
Verstappen in the barrier.
Oh, what? Verstappen crashed? You don't do that too often. That's just a yellow flag. Alright, now that we have 6 seconds and our main competitor just crashed and probably needs to come pit.
Let's see what happened there.
Let's see what happened to Max.
The Red Bull.
Just looks at the exact same spot that they're... Oh, that front wing needs... that needs replacing. Alright, so he's screwed. And that means I'm perfectly fine with telling our guys from now on to do what they want. I don't mind you fighting anymore. Oh, Leclerc just spun. What happened? Okay, well, that looks like Sainz is now gonna be...
Did somebody spin out
getting this race, unless something horrible happens.
Watch this. There's Leclerc.
This has been an eventful race. Okay, that wasn't...
spin.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It's alright. Okay, so... Verstappen coming into the pits as we thought. I don't think you should have any damage. No, just your engine is now probably... Yeah, that's just the engine. Okay, that's fine. So... Yeah, we're just gonna let you both do your thing. It looks like Carlos is gonna take this race now, but with how crazy this race has been, anything could happen. We have 8 laps to go. Let's speed things along a little bit. I'm not gonna tell them much in terms of what they should do. They can just run out their race. We're pretty comfortably ahead of... Oh, Leclerc is actually gaining to Carlos. I did tell him that he could fight, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Leclerc just whizzed past him there. Interesting. Let's keep on keeping on for now. And looks like Leclerc is gonna get it. One more lap. Let's see. I'm just putting them on equal because I don't want them to push too hard and crash themselves out. But it looks like, yeah, Leclerc got it. Alright, good for him. Very nice. Even with spinning, like, he fought for that. Like, I didn't tell them to fight for the last 8 laps or so, so...
That was just epic.
A lot fairer than that is not how I'm gonna get it, to be honest. Yeah. Bono is already doing wonders for Charles here. And that is another 1-2. Very nice. A little bit lucky maybe with the Max crash, but
Well, this was
we'll take those.
Charles Leclerc's
What are you
weekend.
doing, my man? You're phasing through glass or concrete, whatever that is. That is interesting. The world's best cameraman. You'll never find him.
Never have a team been more deserving of a podium.
Okay, Charles doing his
Everyone
weird
must be ecstatic.
squat thing again. I think that's the first time we've seen Perez on the podium. He seems less happy than Max. So it's always pretty happy to do that. Carlos or Perez is not too
And the
entertained.
Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth.
Oh, he's
with a
happy now.
terrific
All right,
drive
there you
today.
go. Good podium for you. There you go, Sergio. All right, so another 1-2. And another big win for Charles, actually, who had to come back from spinning, but
Today's
did so
competitors
remarkably
gave it their
well.
all, but it's going to be those 3 taking home the big points.
Indeed.
Ferrari had a very good race.
Yeah, we know. We don't need to be reminded. All right, so we got fastest lap. We got a 1-2. That's a lot of points for us. And more importantly, Max only got 1 point. So that cost him a lot. Very good race for Magnussen, who got 10. Fernando got 12. How did you finish? Finished 4th. Wow. Very good. All right. Hamilton made a big... Well, he only got 2 points for it, but he did gain 10 positions, so that's not too bad. Ricciardo couldn't finish the race, and in the end, we just extended our lead by a lot to Red Bull. Meanwhile, Alpine had a very good weekend. They almost doubled their points. And Haas got 10 points where they had none before, so that must have been nice for them too. And we managed to get another development point for Charles. Very nice. And we also made 4.5 million. Very good. All right. Beautiful race result, I'd say. Quite an eventful race. We got Bono. We got some incredible racing. And we were quite fair in the end, so I don't think anyone has too much to complain about that. I think that's enough for today. I want to thank you, as always, so much for watching. I hope you'll tune in for the next one as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.